Hello everyone. This is my portfolio for my internship experience. My name is Joe Cardenas and this is for PE 557A and B, Field of Studies / Internship of Sports Management for Professor Cindy Jarvis, Spring Term 2, 2016. Overall experience. For me, I was lucky to be able to have two different internships. And both of these internships were completely different from each other, where the first one was in athletic training and the second one was in athletic administration. So for my first internship, I used for athletic training, it was my current job where I'm the assistant athletic trainer at Notre Dame High School. And for me, that was, a brand new experience because it was my first year working at a high school level. So I definitely learned a lot of new things that I didn't. So I was able to build on my knowledge and skills through this experience. And what helped me was that my supervisor was my mentor since my undergraduate degree. And because of this, she had a lot of trust in me, which helped to build my confidence and encourage me to continue to grow in this field. My second internship was with the assistant athletic director from Notre Dame High School. And for me, this was a completely brand new experience, just because I've never had any kind of experience in this side of the field. And in reality, the only knowledge I possessed about this was what I had gained from our graduate program. Which was great because it helped me to apply it and demonstrate what I had learned in the graduate program. But also what I enjoyed was that the assistant athletic director was very open to explain things to me and educate me more on different aspects of an athletic director. So it definitely helped broaden my horizon and improve my knowledge and skills through this experience. So next I'll be going over SWOT analysis. We're going to be starting off with my athletic training internship. So strengths for this was the facilities. We have a pretty big athletic training room with all the equipment and supplies we need to be operating at a high efficient level, which definitely helps with dealing with many student athletes. Another strength is being organized. Everything is documented. We have injury reports. We keep track of all our doctor notes, rehabilitation programs. So everything is documented and organized that way. Another strength is just the quality of care for our student athletes, making sure that all our student athletes are taken care of, regardless of whatever sport they are playing. I would say a weakness would be maybe at times coaches notifying the athletic training staff last minute about a game needing coverage, where then we got to try to figure out how it's going to be covered. Also, another weakness is a lack of education on concussions for some of the new coaches, where because of that, they don't have an understanding of why some of their athletes are missing so many days from a concussion. Opportunity that we have is collaboration. So like collaborating with the CSUN athletic training program, where we obtained student athletic trainers from their program and acted as preceptors, where we mentored them and demonstrated to them what an athletic trainer is and is expected of them in the high school level. Another collaboration is with the healthcare professionals, where we communicated with our student athletes, doctor, ortho, physical therapists, on the progress that they are going through as they're doing their rehabilitation at our athletic training room. Threats, I would say, is reduced coverage. So meaning not being able to cover away games, where maybe one of those schools that we're playing at doesn't possess an athletic trainer, and one of our athletes can get injured, and the only person that will be able to take care of it and deal with it is one of the coaches. Another threat is athletes not reporting their injuries. So that definitely can put the student athlete at harm. So next we'll go over is the athletic administration internship. So strengths for that is the documenting. So in this internship, I mean, what I liked and enjoyed was that they documented everything. Everything was documented. Copies were made just to make sure, in case say we're sending a payment in for transportation or for paying for equipment or anything like that, that we have that extra copy saying that we did send it, and in case it gets lost or misplaced. Another strength is budgeting. Budgeting was done well, where every team had their budgets, and on top of that, they had their subsection budgets, where they had what their budget was for transportation, for tournament fees, for referees, and so on and so on. So that was really good. Weakness, I would say, is that some of the coaches aren't as organized when documenting their own budgets, which then it falls upon the athletic director and their assistants to handle and pick up for the coach and make sure that it's all organized. Opportunities here are networking with the vendors, athletic directors, and coaches. So I mean, building that strong community where you can pick their brain later on, or maybe even help you with a future position as a reference or anything like that. Threats, I would say, is sometimes facilities not being checked as often for any kind of safety hazards or anything like that, or sometimes holding high-profile student athletes accountable where they feel entitled that they can get away with anything. Next is values, faith, and beliefs in sports management. So values, faith, and beliefs in sports management to me identify the type of person you are, and so implementing this into sports management is very important. And for me, demonstrating trust, kindness, hard work ethics, being punctual, and communications are part of my values, faith, and beliefs, and that I apply to all aspects of my life. So with sports management, for example, trust, I apply trust by earning it. Working hard, demonstrating my, desire to continue to learn and accomplish all the tasks and assignments given to me to earn the trust from, my supervisor, so I can, receive more tasks, difficult tasks, more responsibility. My next one is kindness. So the way I apply kindness is, my parents always taught me to be kind to others. Because you want to treat others with kind, because, in the long run, they might return the favor. So in sports management, you will be working with other individuals in that field. So by being kind to them, it helps, you move ahead in the sports management field. Because if, say, you're stuck in a situation or dealing with a task or assignment that's difficult, more times than none, you're going to get those same individuals that you've been kind to kind of help you, assist you in trying to get through whatever you're trying to accomplish. Next, hardworking. So for me, hardworking, you want to work hard. You want to have that hardworking ethics because you want to demonstrate, your ability. You don't want to be a lazy person, because a lot of people, supervisors, leaders, don't want someone that's lazy. They rather have someone that's going to work hard than being lazy, because then tasks and assignments are going to be dealt. And in sports management, there's a lot to get done. So I mean, having that drive to want to work hard, and for me, applying that because I love the profession itself, it goes hand in hand. So for me, it doesn't really feel like work. I'm just doing something I love and working hard at it to be the best I can. Next is being punctual. So I mean, punctuality kind of goes hand in hand with working hard. You want to make sure you finish things in a timely manner. So tasks and assignments are taken care of. So I, set for myself to always accomplish everything that was asked of me to do, and even sometimes go above and beyond. And making sure that I don't procrastinate. And then finally, communication. Communication itself, is very important, because in sports management, again, you're going to have many people, and if you don't have communication, it's just going to make things a lot more difficult and challenging. So communication for me is, communicating with others in trying to accomplish, tasks and assignments. So by communicating, it will help to expand your network as well, and grow as an individual. And someone trying to obtain certain goals. So definitely for me, communication is a must. Communicating with others and all. So next is strengths, integrating strengths in sports management. So after I completed the Strengths Finder, it revealed that it revealed my 5 strengths, which were achiever, learner, analytical, harmony, and responsibility. And for me, integrating these strengths after viewing them, to me demonstrated that I actually realized I had all these things. It wasn't something new to me. I mean, obviously observing them and seeing them written right in front of me, it kind of just shows me that, oh yeah, you have all these things. But for me, achieving, I want to integrate that with sports management by demonstrating, my willingness and my, drive to always accomplish something every day, regardless if it's small or big. Applying, this strength is because I love the profession itself, and I desire to learn, and I push myself, like for example during my internships, to accomplish as much as I can, so I can absorb, as much experience, knowledge, and skills, so that it can make me a better person in this profession. And I do this by self-motivating myself to, achieve all the goals that I have set forth each day. As for learning, when you involve learning, you don't want to stay still. You don't want to fall behind. And with learning, it allows you to move forward and progress. And so with sports management, it is constantly evolving. So definitely integrating this into sports management, I want to know, any updates on information, procedures, skills, laws, etc. Because that's just going to help me become better and improve myself in the field of sports management. And again, it goes and demonstrates my desire to continue into this field. Now, as an analytical, I don't take things for what they are. I don't like to just take it and then do it. I always ask questions. So being analytical, I'm always asking why we're doing, whatever we're doing, what's the reason for it, or how can we do it more efficiently. Asking questions helps me better understand things, and it helps me get a picture of why we're doing something and how we can do it more efficiently. So being analytical and applying it to sports management is helps me to absorb more knowledge and understand things a lot easier. Harmony, being one of my other strengths, is very important because in sports management you will work with other individuals, and when you don't have harmony, then things don't get done because there's conflict. So having harmony as my strength, I like to try to find ways to compromise with those that I'm working with so that we can come together and achieve our common goal of whatever it might be, if it's completing a task or an assignment or anything like that. And it definitely helps me grow as an individual in this field. Responsibility, my last strength is responsibility. So responsibility has been part of me. I'm the eldest out of 4 siblings, and my parents taught me at a very young age that I am responsible for all my other siblings. So that really stuck with me, that I had to take care of everything. So integrating this into sports management, it just holds me more accountable for any task or anybody that's I'm working with, that I'm responsible as well. And it allows me to have focus and a direction of what I need to accomplish for being responsible. Finally, portfolio. So for the portfolio, I'm going to go over some samples of my work duties for athletic training first. So a few examples of what samples of work I had was evaluating our student athletes for any injuries they had, developing rehabilitation programs, doing impact testing for our student athletes, which is a tool to help with concussions, with evaluating concussions. What else? Other things that I did too is communicating with coaches, with healthcare professionals, parents, keeping them all in the loop of what's going on with the student athlete or their child, as well as helping to develop emergency action plans, or going over that with coaches just in case one of the athletic trainers is not present, that they know what they're supposed to be doing in case of an emergency. So those are some samples of duties I had during the athletic training duties. With the athletic administration duties, duties I had was working on the athletic calendar for the following school year. That was a lot of work. Definitely challenging because of how much information needs to be put in that. Also typing out schedules for all sports for the upcoming years, and typing up also days that away games where we're going to need transportation, and sending emails to request for transportation for those days. Since we don't have a busing system, we rent charter buses, so we have to send emails to the bus company and reserve those buses for those days in advance. Counting any kind of money made from snack bars or fundraisers, counting and documenting all that, and delivering it to our business person who would deposit all that money into the right accounts. So those were some of the duties I had with my athletic administration duties. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy completing all of this as I did. And that's it. Thank you.